country, and it is the country which has been made the enemy. And so each time you kill one of these people, there is that within you which has been killed. You have killed a part of yourself. So now you are coming home. And you are coming home to a country which does not recognize that you have been killing yourself. Because if it were to recognize that, then it could no longer train you to be a soldier. And your country would have to learn about true warriorship. To be a warrior is not necessarily to kill. To be a warrior is to protect. To be a warrior is to stand in the solidarity of your soul for yourself and for those who do not yet understand how to do that for themselves. It does occasionally, under great stress, perhaps require that you will take the life of another. When this is done, it is always done on a one-to-one basis or a moment-to-moment basis, and it is done with the full knowledge that you have killed a part of yourself and that you will make karma for it, and that you will need to have healing and return again. So that when you decide it is important to defend yourself or your family by actually taking a life, it is done with the full awareness of the consequences to you personally, and then the choice is made or not made. For a true warrior, to actually go to war is a sign of failure. To recognize each person that you are in conflict or apparent conflict with as another human being who is trying to figure out how to stay alive and to protect his home. When you see each person in this way, then you have more willingness to sit down and to find a way for both of you to live in your wholeness, to live in safety, to live in plenty. There is no need there. There is no pressure to manipulate, to control, to have authority. There is only the recognition that you are both the same and that you are both struggling and that both of you are now have the capacity as well as the requirement to ease that fear and that struggle for yourself and for each other. Because you cannot be without struggle if your brother is struggling. You cannot be, you cannot live in comfort if your brothers are in discomfort, if you are living in your whole heart, because they are you. And so you share what you have so that all of you can have the same, can be not hungry, can be well, can feel safe to come together in groups and to pray however you pray. So you claim for yourself the right to come together and believe what you believe, yes? To ask us to come to speak with you. You cannot deny anyone else in the world the same right, even if what they gather together to do is not at all what you would feel comfortable with. Because they have the same needs that you do, have the same yearning for relationship, for wholeness, for love, for beauty, to live their lives in a whole and beautiful way. They have the same yearning of the soul that you do. And so if you are going to help to change the way that your world reacts all the time, then you need to be very committed to the soul's way of being in relationship with itself in the form of other people's. You ask a very beautiful question about what can you do to help heal these men's and women's who come back from war having killed others. You can hold them in your heart as young children who have been locked in a nightmare. You can sing to them. You can rock them in your arms. You can remind them that they are whole and perfect, and that you love them, and that they can forgive themselves because they did not know better. But now they can grow into themselves, and that you will hold them as they do this. You can do this because they are you as well. And your government could not have trained them to do this if there had not been some part of you who had acquiesced as well. So you will also have to heal your own part. And yes, you will heal each of these as well. You will love them and remind them that they are loved and held whole. You will appreciate that they have been willing at some level to step outside of their own soul selves in order to take on the role of the soldier, so that you had the opportunity to come to your own wholeness in the face of their courage, and not their courage to go to war and kill someone, but their courage to step outside of their own soul selves to be able to do this. Because there is a level of self-abandonment in order to follow through on this.
A level of what?
Self-abandonment, and that is the courage we're talking about. The courage to abandon the soul self in order to serve in the world in the way they believe they are being asked to serve.